Tomorrow, which will be the day I'm uploading this, so technically today for you, marks 5 years since Satoru Iwata passed away at the age of 55, meaning he would be 60 if he were still alive today. Really hard to believe it's already been 5 years. I still remember so clearly when I first heard about his death. Someone told me on YouTube or Google Plus, back when I used to use Google Plus, and back when Google Plus existed, that Iwata died. And I remember I was in the car with the rest of my family. I think we were going to a restaurant or something. We were heading back home from a restaurant. And if we were in a cartoon, my jaw would have literally dropped to the floor. But I let out a gasp, and my family was like, "What's wrong?" And I don't remember exactly what I told them. I don't think I told them that Iwata died because none of them would have known who Iwata was. But anyways, I remember making a video right after hearing the news, right when I got home. The first thing I did when I got home was rush upstairs to the bathroom because that's where I used to record my videos 5 years ago because I guess I didn't want my family to hear me making videos back then. Anyways, and I just made a video about the initial shock that I felt over Iwata's sudden passing, and just to relay news to people who may not have heard, I guess, about Iwata's sudden passing. But I never actually made a video about how Iwata's legacy has personally impacted me because I knew this day was coming up. I knew the 5th year anniversary was coming up, so I decided to research a little bit into Iwata's past and see learn about the many accomplishments that he achieved in his lifetime. And there was one that really stuck out that I really want to hone in on in this video. He saved Earthbound, one of my favorite games of all time, my second favorite game of all time to be exact. It's since been dethroned by Mother 3. He saved Earthbound from development hell. Earthbound would have been completely scrapped if it weren't for Iwata swooping in with his team and salvaging the game. It would have been completely cancelled, again, if it weren't for Iwata swooping in and saving the whole project. And I'm not gonna lie, when I first learned about that the other night, I did kind of choke up, because Earthbound is a game that I have so many pleasant memories of. I'm not gonna say the game saved me from depression or anything like that, but still, I just have so many great memories of this game, man. Like, if it weren't for Iwata, I would have never been able to play this game, more than likely, because, again, it would have been scrapped. And I lost count a long time ago of how many times I played Earthbound, but I played it a copious amount of times. And to this day, when I play the game all over again, it's a fresh, new, fun experience. I learn new things every single time I play the game because it's so jam-packed with content that, to this day, like, not everyone knows the complete ins and outs of the game because, again, it just has that much content in it. Like, I really gotta thank you, Iwata. Really. My second favorite game of all time was salvaged by this man. I'm not gonna lie, I'm tearing up right now just thinking about it because this man genuinely cared about gamers. This man knew what people wanted. This man knew that games are about fun and not to make a profit off of. And it's kind of sad that the industry is starting to kind of see games as just, dollar signs as opposed to, what they're intended to be. For people to sit down, enjoy themselves for a little bit, immerse themselves into the game they're playing. Iwata understood the fundamentals of gaming. Iwata understood the mentality of gamers, and he knew what they wanted, and even cared to the point where he did Nintendo Directs, where he himself would tell the general public what Nintendo's plans are in the coming months, what games they're going to be releasing, giving people details of what games are coming out. He didn't have to do that. He didn't have to, go up there in front of a camera and tell people what Nintendo's plans are and inform people on the games that are coming out and hype people up for the games that are coming out, and he did that. He did that. He knew what gamers wanted to hear, and knew for damn sure that his presence was known, and made for damn sure that people knew that he cared about these games as much as the general public. And he could have been another soulless suit and tie in charge of Nintendo, but he wasn't that. You can tell the man genuinely cared, and genuinely had fun during his time as Nintendo president, and prior to that, when he was president of HAL Laboratory. And I just have to thank this man for all the wonderful memories. I started with the GameCube back in 2006. I know the GameCube was on its way out at that point. The Wii was coming along, but I wanted a GameCube, and I know the GameCube came out during the Yamauchi era, but still, I remember playing a bunch of movie-based games on my GameCube. A lot of them were shit, but some of them were surprisingly good. But then I eventually got a Wii a few years later when I was at my cousin's birthday party, and we were all playing Super Mario Brothers Wii together. Now, I know I've bragged about the Wii in the past. I still stand behind some of what I said in that video I made about the Wii a few years back. Some of what I said was cringe, like, real gamers don't play with their families. But here's something that I'm never going to take away from the Wii. Its main priority was bringing people together. And that seemed to be Iwata's main priority, or one of his main priorities in his life. Bringing people together through the things that he helped create. And the Wii was kind of the embodiment of that priority, because it not only attracted gamers, but it attracted people who normally didn't game either. You know, like elderly people, parents, little kids, people who otherwise wouldn't give a rat's ass about gaming, but still bought a Wii and had fun with each other for, I'm sure, many years on end. And I'm sure, just knowing that one of the things that you helped create brought so many people together, so many people probably during very trying times too, where they turned on their Wii and helped, forget their troubles of the time. I'm sure that is partly what made Iwata the happy-go-lucky person he was. I can say with confidence that Iwata had at least 3 very major passions. 1, the passion to create. 2, the passion to innovate. And 3, the passion to bring people together. And he achieved all 3 of those passions that he had. People like Iwata are a rare breed in the gaming industry. A person who cared so much about his craft, and a person that you could tell had so much fun doing what he did for a living. I really don't think we'll see another person like Iwata. And there are so many memories that the games that he helped create and the consoles that he oversaw being created. So many memories, just so many pleasant memories too, from the things that he helped create. I cannot thank Iwata enough for it, truly. His impact is still felt to this day, and quite honestly, his impact will never stop being felt in many years to come. Thank you, Mr. Iwata, for everything that you have provided for us. It's so tragic that you left us at the age of 55, not even that old. But nevertheless, thank you. Thank you for the amazing games. Thank you for all the awesome memories, like playing Super Mario Brothers Wii at my cousin's 10th birthday party with a bunch of her friends and having just the time of my life. Hard to believe that's already 10 years ago now. But most importantly, thank you for being you. You're irreplaceable, and your impact will always be felt for many, many years to come. And you will always be remembered as a very important figure in the gaming industry. And quite frankly, the gaming industry just wouldn't be the same without you. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Bye-bye.